Hi, guys, it's Dr. Roz, and welcome back to another weekly message. So, I'm really excited and nervous at the same time about today's message. So, let me just dive right into it. Again, here's my disclaimer. If this resonates with you, please like this message, leave a comment, let me know what resonated with this for you. And if it doesn't resonate, maybe this is not your message this week. But some things won't, everything will not resonate, but just take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. So have you ever been at it's not even a crossroads in your life. It's this moment where you know something is about to happen, but you know that you're not quite there yet. And that feeling is very frustrating. It's like the biggest word that's coming up for me. It's frustrating to know that something is coming, but it's not here yet. So I want to take this week to just focus on some key things. Number one, you are always covered and you have access to tools and resources, skills, and everything that you need to elevate you to next level, whether that be in your finances or your career or your relationship. I mean, you could just do a search on Google, YouTube, and even here in this space, this is a resource hub. So in this moment, I feel like as we understand that God has our back and God is a well of infinite resources. And if he's a well of infinite resources, we also have access to that as well. But the question is, are you willing to go high enough to access that? Are you willing to do something different? Because it's also about the changes that are needed for you to even be able to access it. And sometimes change can be so disruptive in our life that sometimes we rather just stay with what we're doing because it's comfortable and it's familiar. But internally, our heart, our soul is longing for something else. We're longing for that next level, but next level requires these little steps to get there. Okay. So you can get there. You can get there. And also you can get there because there's a process to getting there. There's a divine timing to getting there. It's just, first of all, surrendering to the idea that if this is something that you're wanting, you can access that resource. Okay. God's never going to allow you to have a dream and keep that taste of that dream in your mouth without giving you the resources to make it possible. But are you going to take that next leap to access it? So we're talking about having an aerial view of understanding that when you look down, there's so much available to us. Okay. But if you're taking a turtle perspective, which is like right close to the ground, sometimes you can't see it. Okay. And so with that being said, like I say, it's frustrating knowing that, oh, you can access anything. You can access $1 million. You can access the relationship of your dreams. You can access the business that you're wanting. You can move anywhere. Like we see the world is very big, but how do I get there? So there's two things that come up too. It's kind of like what we were talking about last week about this balance between knowing what you know and then the reality of what's on the ground. There's also a balance here. And it's getting me to think that all these messages are focused on our choices to turn towards the thing that we want, or to just discard it and turn away from it or turn against it and say, this just isn't possible for me. So here's the choice this week. One, it's this understanding that life is and can speed up for you. It reminds me of that time. Well, I've been pregnant twice. So I was going to say that time I was pregnant. But I remember my first pregnancy. I was super excited, and I knew that in 9 months I was going to have a baby. And so you're like comfortable knowing that something is baking in the oven. But then when you get to month 9 and you start getting tired, you also get that big burst of energy. Okay. It's that nesting and that quickening that your body is telling you that something's about to happen. So what do? We start cleaning up, we start making room, we're making space, we're buying things. We're like, okay, it's about to come, but it's not here yet. And that's what this week is telling us, that something is about to come. It's time for you to be getting ready. It's time for you to take that action, but you also have to understand and sit in um that dis-ease, that it's not quite here yet, but you still have to do something. Because what happens when you know a baby is coming and you're like, well, I'm just going to wait until I can see the head of the baby. And then you wait and now you're unprepared. Well, we're not going to do a baby shower because I'm just going to wait till the baby comes out. No, if you know that something is coming, why not prepare for it? And so in this moment, that's what this message is all about. If you know that you're wanting an amazing relationship, if you know that you're wanting your relationship to elevate, why not get in that prep mode, that quickening mode, where you're taking these solid actions to propel yourself up to the next level? Though you're not at next level yet, though the baby is not here, the actual seeing the baby, taste, smelling the baby, changing the baby's diaper, all of that is not here, but you know it's coming because you have a desire for it, and you know that you got access to infinite resources, so you know the baby is coming, but we're not here yet. So I'm asking you to think about this for your homework this week. What is it that I'm truly desiring? Okay, I know if you're in this space, it's related to strengthening relationships, strengthening the love that you have for yourself, accessing and tapping into a relationship or tapping into personal growth. So we already know that. Get specific with that this week, and then ask yourself, what action do I need to be taking to get ready, to be ready for the thing that I want? Okay, because things are starting to speed up. It's about to come. There's some things I need to go ahead and do. I hope this is making sense. And then on the other hand of that, what am I balancing that with? I'm balancing it with the very real reality. The truth is that although I may get glimpses of the thing that I want, or I get a dream, or I get a vision, or I'm like, oh, I can see it. It's still not here. And the truth is that the way that life is such this mystery, and we need to get excited about the surprises that life has in store for us, it's also a moment for us to focus on just this next logical step, this thing that I'm supposed to be focusing on in this moment. I don't have all the answers, and I don't need to have all the answers. But what is it that I've been given? And can I trust in the process and actually go through the process? Okay. So you're in a balancing act again this week. I know I have access to infinite resources. I just need to step up so I can go higher so that I can tap into the resources. I need to take an aerial view so that I can really see the big picture of what's happening. Let's say, for example, you're not in a relationship. You are very single and have been very single for a long time. You know that it's a billion people in the world. You know that the possibility of a relationship can be very real. Matter of fact, you've been in a relationship before. Maybe it wasn't the one that you wanted, but you've been in it before. And there are people who may be even approaching you right now that are attracted to you, that you're like, like this isn't really it for me. I don't see it. But you haven't met everybody in the world, right? So there are people resources. And also, can you look down and just acknowledge that it's possible for me? All right, it's possible for me. And then secondly, if it's possible for you, but you're not ready for it, what action do I need to be taking to get ready for it? Maybe it's getting more involved in a space like this. Maybe it is like actually hiring a therapist to kind of work through some things, or maybe it's attending a challenge. So I feel the need to say this right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put this shameless plug out there. We are hosting a challenge soon called Choose the Right Partner. So go to choosetherightpartner.com and you can learn more information about it. But basically, it's a 5-day challenge that you can attend, and it's going to be live, to give you information about how to go from single to actually finding a soulmate. Okay, shameless plug, coming right back. Preparation is so key because I need to be ready for the thing that I'm saying that I want. Because when it gets here, it's almost sometimes too late. All right. So you want to get a little ahead of the curve. And then on the other side of that, I know something is coming. I want to be prepared for it. I'm getting these glimpses of it. Maybe right now you're starting to see that more people are attracted to you, or maybe you're starting to see that your partner's being a little nicer to you, or maybe you had a dream that you were going to go on this amazing vacation and you were going to spend your time there for 3 months or 6 months. And so you know that something big is coming, but it's not here yet. I need to allow time for things to unfold. They feel like that feels weird, doesn't it? To say things are speeding up, but also things are not fully unfolded. Okay. So I hope that that makes sense. That is the message so far. And I want to kind of dive in and see what other messages are here for us. So again, take what resonates. I hope that this is helpful. I hope that you are having a wonderful week. And I hope that this is I hope this is a good moment for you. I also want to say that I don't know why I want to share this, but anyway, I was on this live the other night listening to a guy, and I was asking myself, I'm like, why am I on here? I was totally not planning to do it, but something led me to his channel, and I just started listening to his live. And 15 minutes in, I'm still saying, if this doesn't make any sense, they're not talking about anything that I'm interested in. And all of a sudden, he starts talking about something that was the very thing that I needed to hear in that moment. It had nothing to do with what they were talking about. And so this just is a reminder to you to trust your intuition, even in the small things. That's how your intuition will begin to grow. So as you're understanding that you have access to all the things that God wants you to have access to, it's important to slow down, and even if it doesn't make sense, to give it some time. Okay, give it some time and let it be revealed to you. That's what I want to say. All right, what messages do we need to know and understand for this Black love community to lift us higher, to help us to understand ourselves more, to experience peace and love and harmony in all of our connections, whether it be friends, family, romantic partners, co-workers? What do we need to know in this moment? Let's keep it so simple and so plain that a baby could understand it. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, y'all. Let's see what comes up this week. Thank you again for listening, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'm so happy to have you in this space. I do want to let you know that we have From Singles to Soulmates inside of our community in the membership space, and right now it is definitely the lowest price that it will ever be. Normally I wouldn't say all this here, but I'm like, let me just share this with y'all. If somebody's like, wait a minute, I need to get on the journey, I need to be prepared, I need to be preparing because I feel like it's about to happen. Those cards kind of flew out. Let me start over. Yeah, if you're saying like, I need to be prepared, I need to get ready, I need to get ready for something, that's a space to do it in. And then for couples, okay, because we don't want to leave anybody out, there's a space for you too. It's a 12-month mentorship for you to learn information about how to strengthen your relationship. Okay, when I first started, these cards were extremely stiff. Nothing was wanting to come out. I'm like, okay, what's up with it? And then now everything is, there we go. 1, 2, That's three, but that thing flipped kind of crazy. I love you guys. Any messages? Oh, okay. Time for you to work with somebody. Oh, another. This is our love card. It always comes out on the bottom. Always lets me know that this is about love. These two otters. If you've ever noticed otters in real life, they're literally glued to each other. It's like they got their own husband and their own wife. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me get this. Let's see. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right, guys. So, okay, interesting. We have two cards that came out in reverse, and it is Giraffe Spirit. Okay. Whoops. Giraffe Spirit says, see the big picture, but it came out in reverse. So are we talking about getting more specific? What are we talking about there? And then Bobcat Spirit, okay, which says life is a mystery. I always first assume that if it's in reverse, it means the exact opposite of what it's saying. And then here is Badger Spirit, which says be fearless and bold, stepping up to the plate. And then Ant Spirit is all about ants working together, time to collaborate. Okay. So it's definitely about love, and it's definitely about working together, being unafraid, maybe being more vulnerable than you normally would, so that you can access the things that you really desire. So it's stepping up, taking some action, understanding that if you're not ready fully to take the action, now is the time to just get ready and kind of remember quickening. The baby's coming, get the room ready, get the place cleaned up, take a little baby moon, take a little vacation just before you're about to fully receive that thing. All right. So let's take a look first at the Giraffe Spirit. I'll start there today. Because we were talking about taking that aerial view, and so now it's the giraffe has the aerial view. So why is this giraffe in reverse? Let's find out. Okay, are you sticking your neck out too far, reaching too high instead of looking around you to see conditions on the ground? Your devotion to co-creating something new is admirable, but Giraffe Spirit is showing up to remind you that you have to look at the whole picture, not just those tasty leaves at the top of the tree. Perspective is necessary now, and that means checking in with what is going on around you and at your feet. Or perhaps you are ruminating over the worries of the world instead of paying attention to what you can do right now, where you are, to bring about the changes you would like to see. Align with your highest good and know that while perspective is important, transformation begins where you are. Do not get so far up in the clouds thinking about all the big problems that you lose perspective and forget to do your part, however small it may be, to start enacting change, for transformation begins with you. That's so true. And just to kind of add to that, to our initial message, is that I have all my resources, but there's a choice at hand. And the choice is always yours. You know, you can align with what you want, or you can totally turn against it. So this is saying that there may need to be a change within myself, and I may need to like look at everything on the ground instead of just focused on that that thing that I want. You know, a lot of times the things that we want are connected to multiple things. For example, if I want a better job, it's connected to I want to be able to do more with my money. I want a larger house because I'm about to have a bigger family. I want to move to another state because it's going to give me more opportunity to be more social, because there's not a whole lot going on in the city that I'm in. And so things are truly connected. Like we are truly connected, not just to each other, but within ourselves. Like everything is connected, kind of like the fingers to the wrist, like everything is working together. So again, this is saying that if I transform within myself, it's going to lead to additional transformation, and not to just look at that big thing that I want, but just kind of look at all the things that the puzzle pieces that need to be put together. Thank you, God. The puzzle pieces that need to be put together in order for me to experience this change that I am wanting. Okay. So it's saying come down a little bit. All right. Now, Bobcat in reverse, life is a mystery. Life is a mystery. All right. So let's take a look. Protection. I know y'all don't really like it looking at it in reverse, but look at those green eyes. All right, let's go. Bobcat Spirit tells you that this is not a time to reveal your deepest, most cherished dreams and desires to others, but rather a time to be quiet and gentle with yourself as truths begin to emerge in your awareness. Self-protection is called for, so be discerning. Be selective and even secretive, revealing no more than is necessary. People have a way of imposing their opinions on you, so pay attention to whom you surround yourself with at this time. Be watchful and check your own motives as well as those of others as you keep your secrets to yourself for now, rather than expose them to those who may potentially misunderstand your intentions or may not be supportive. Let your logical mind take a rest as you start to perceive the energy of your environment. Bobcat Spirit wants you to be stealthy, stealth mode, and wise, and keep your own counsel. Let yourself be a mystery yet to be revealed. I really like that. Everybody cannot have access to your dream. Everybody does not need to know your desires, because some people they don't understand why. They're disconnected to your dream. And we got a lot of dream killers, and they're not necessarily haters, but they dream kill. They dream kill with their negativity. They dream kill with their reality, and I'm at this point where I ask myself, what is really real? What's really real? Because tomorrow everything could change for the good. What is really real? And so there are some truths that I hold on to, my values and my beliefs, but the level of optimism that I have, believing that all things are actually possible, is not for everyone. So you need not reveal everything to everyone. So I love that, especially when you're in this stage where you can't see the physical manifestation of this baby, but you're looking crazy because you're getting ready, and people accept, all right, you got a big belly. Okay, yeah, there's something in there. But people do not always accept that spiritually or emotionally you got a big belly, there's something in there. They say, well, why are you doing that? What's wrong with you? Like, why are you cleaning up? Like, why are you getting ready to be ready? What you getting ready to be ready for? And so they just kill it, sometimes unknowingly. So this is saying, let things be a mystery, because life is speeding up for you, but it may not necessarily be speeding up for them, and then they don't even understand it. Okay, so this is good. Everything is so connected and aligned, and I'm loving this. So I hope that this is resonating with some of you, or most of you, maybe even all of you. Just take what resonates. So let's go into Badger Spirit, which says be fearless and bold, and see if there's anything interesting that comes up for us there. So it says Badger Spirit rejoices at your persistence and commitment to what is true for you. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith in your partnership with God is paying off, and the results will soon coalesce into form in your world. It's coming together for you, all because of your persistence and your commitment to what is true for you. They don't have to see it, okay? So then it says the gift of Badger Spirit is the surety that taking a risk now and being courageous, fearless, and bold will yield wondrous results. This is a time to harness your will and apply it consistently to the pursuit of your dreams. Know that no matter the temporary outer conditions, the baby they can't see, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that God deems best for you. Badger Spirit says you have what it takes to get what you want, so assert yourself. Be fearless and be bold, shining your light as your purpose calls you into the world. New relationships are also given a green light now. Don't be afraid to make the first move. Badger Spirit loves your brave and mighty heart. Love that. I want to talk about divine timing before we get out of here, but let's go into Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. When Ant Spirit comes to visit, it's to celebrate the benefits of working in partnership with others as part of a community or tribe. God reminds you that to build your dream, you need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnership, the one you have with God. Your intentions will come to fruition if you remain awake and focus on co creating your reality with others and with God. Remember that the world around you can easily seduce you if you don't have some sort of practice or discipline like meditation to keep you on track as you build a life you desire and deserve. I was going to say deserve. Connecting with others and having accountability partners can be very helpful, and it's unlikely that everyone will fall asleep at the same time. True. The other message Ant Spirit holds is that you are now at an auspicious time to ask for help and receive it, whether you need help assembling a team, finding a new tribe, or requesting assistance from others who are there for you. Everything is working to support you now. Wonderful messages. Okay, let's just give a quick recap. You're 8 months pregnant, and whatever it is that you're trying to bring to life, you know that it's coming. You've envisioned what it might look like, that pretty baby's face, the hair, the skin tone, the little feet, all of that, but you can't see it. All you know is that I'm expecting. So life is speeding up because I know that I'm expecting something. I'm being asked to go ahead and get ready for it. Go ahead and prepare for it. Go ahead and do the things that I need to get done before I get bombarded with the thing that I've asked to come into my life, whether that be this new career opportunity, a new job, a new home, a new relationship, a move, whatever it is. Get ready to be ready for it and think about the action that you need to take in order to go to that next step. Also understand that I have access to infinite resources to take me higher. Do I want to accept the call and actually go higher? Because it's going to require some change inside of me. Now, as I'm changing, I'm also needing to recognize that I cannot bring everybody along for the ride. And even for that matter, before you get on the ride, I can't tell everybody that I'm about to get on the ride because everybody doesn't understand and they cannot see what's inside of me. They can't see the desires. And maybe you have a little doubt about the thing actually coming to life. So now is not the time to reveal that to anybody except for the people who you trust, the people who support you, the people who you really connect with that are actually a part of your tribe, your dream team. Okay, your dream building team. Let them have access to you. But everybody else, this is a time to be a mystery. This is also a time to understand that even though I know that what I want is coming, and even though I'm getting ready because I can tell that it's speeding up, I'm also just getting glimpses of it, which means that things are still unfolding. And I got to trust in this process. And not only do I need to trust in the process, but I also need to accept that maybe I'm in a stage where I'm learning while I'm in the process. And so it's a great time to be grateful for what I'm learning and how I'm growing and cultivating myself while I'm in the middle of it, while I'm getting ready for it. You know, things like being pregnant, it teaches you things about your life. Having an illness, or yeah, I'm gonna say having an illness teaches you something about your life. It teaches you lessons that you may not have learned if you were always in a state of wellness. And losing a job, that teaches you something. So we all have a lot to learn from being in a space where we know something else is coming, but we also know there's that weird, frustrating space where we're not really there yet. Can you take advantage of this moment to be present with yourself, to ground with yourself, to understand that this too is a part of the process? Okay. And then lastly, being bold, being fearless, being courageous, trusting yourself that in divine timing, all things will be revealed to you and you will be in the space that you truly desire to be in. But I want to tell you something. Can I let you in on a secret? The space that you desire to be in is right here and right now. This is an amazing space. Where you're at right now, I don't know where you're at, but where you're at right now, this is a great space because this is a part of the evolution to getting you there. Okay, so don't miss this moment. Always focused on the thing that I want to happen. And then lastly, it's time to collaborate. It's time to work with people who are in alignment with you. It's time to partner with people. It's time to ask for help. Are you one of those people that you know that there's something you want to create, but it's too big for you? It is too big for you. So it's time to work with people. It's time to learn how to ask for help. It's time to get over the whole, I don't ask anybody for help because I can do it on my own. It's time to get rid of the shame of asking for help, because needing someone is totally different than being needy. And some of us learn early on that anytime I ask somebody for something, it means that I don't have it, or it means that I'm weak or I can't do it. So beautiful, beautiful message. All right. I don't even know. I don't even know what to call it, but I'm just grateful for this message and I'm grateful for you. And I hope to see you on the next one. So have a wonderful week and take care. God bless you guys.